Hello, hello! Welcome back to N25 Story Summaries. Do you like bugs? No? Oh, well, that's awkward. Today marks the beginning of the third rotation of focus events, with What Lies Beyond Guiding a Lost Child. This event is a Mafuyu focus that ran on the JP server from June 10th through the 18th, 2022. The commission song for this event is Bug. Bug has a special place in my heart, not just for being absolute peak, but also because it's the first Project Sekai song I ever listened to. I actually remember it pretty vividly. It was the day it came out on streaming services, and one of my friends excitedly played it for me because they were so happy about it finally being out. Needless to say, the song went right onto my playlist without a second thought. It's just so good! I also met one of their mutual friends who also played the game that day, and that mutual friend ended up becoming one of my closest friends today. They both watch my videos, so hi, you know who you are. Clearly I've been waiting to get into this event for a while, so let's start, shall we? It's university entrance exam time, and Mafuyu's cram school is holding a mock exam within the next week. Mafuyu, of course, is working her butt off to get a good grade and to meet the expectations of her mother. On night court, Kanade admits to being a little stuck for inspiration again. Musique giggles mischievously and dramatically reveals that she has 4 one-day passes to Phoenix Wonderland, the local amusement park. Oh my god, are we gonna get to see Wonderland Showtime? This event is about to be so good. It's time for another inspiration trip. The scene is set. The group isn't ready. See, the practice exam and the date for the tickets are on the same day. Enna suggests meeting up with Mafuyu after she finishes her exam, but Mafumam suddenly checks in on Mafuyu, and her doing so kind of freaks Mafuyu out. Just to play it safe, Mafuyu says that she can't go. Her excuse is that she has to check every individual question after the exam is over, so that would seriously cut into their time at the park. Nobody pushes, but they all tell Mafuyu to get ample rest and to let them know when she's free next. Mafuyu logs off after that. The next day, Mafuyu goes to school as usual. She doesn't have cram school, so she decides to stay behind at regular school to study a little before going home at her normal time. As Mafuyu leaves, Mafumam thinks to herself that this might be a good opportunity to clean Mafuyu's room for her. Okay, I'm scared. School is all fine, but once Mafuyu gets home, yeah, I was right to be scared. Mafumam immediately asks Mafuyu if she's hiding anything from her. Mafuyu says no, of course, but she's hit with the, "Can you say that looking right into my eyes?" Uh-oh. Mafuyu freezes. Her mom found her synthesizer. A quick flashback plays of Mafumam finding the synth in Mafuyu's room once before, and putting it in a pile of junk to be removed. Mafuyu goes behind her mom's back and asks the movers not to throw out the synth, and so she's been hiding it in her room ever since. Now that the truth is out, Mafuyu tries to come up with a lie about learning how to use the synth from a friend to study music therapy for when she becomes a doctor. Mafumam doesn't buy it. She says that music will distract Mafuyu and lead to less than ideal results, so the synth has to go. Mafuyu panics, realizing how much music means to her, and tries to stand up to her mom. It doesn't work. Mafumam questions this friend of Mafuyu's and wonders how they have so much free time during exam season. If this friend isn't studying for exams like Mafuyu is, then, well, Mafuyu shouldn't be associating with such a slacker. That means Mafumam's decision stands. Hold on, wait. Mafumam is backpedaling? No, this is definitely some sick form of manipulation. She goes on and on about how she's only trying to help and just wants to make sure Mafuyu has a promising future, but then she backtracks and says that it's Mafuyu's life to live and she should do what she wants. Mafumam doesn't have a voice actor, so I can only guess her tone based on the text. There's a lot of ellipses and trailing off, which to me means that she sounds hurt or sad, maybe disappointed. Mafuyu thinks about night court, stuttering, before the light disappears from her eyes, and she tells her mom that she'll give up on music. Mafuyu quickly ends the conversation and escapes to her room, clutching at her chest. It feels cold and painful, her mind overwhelmed, the words of her mother stuck in her head. Just don't regret your decision, okay? A message from Musique pops up on Mafuyu's phone asking everyone to come to the Sekai, so Mafuyu does, her eyes still hollow. Okay, we get to have a little break from all the angst now. It's Len time! Nightcord Len is such a cute little thing. He's super shy and hides behind Miku when talking to everyone. I love Nightcord Len, he's just a little guy. Len's appearance makes Mafuyu feel a little bit better, but then she remembers her mom again and that sick feeling comes right back. Of course, everyone notices the expression on Mafuyu's face, and they prompt her to tell them what's wrong. Mafuyu explains, blah blah blah, I don't need to repeat myself. Musique asks Mafuyu to tell them a little bit more about her mom, and while Mafuyu doesn't think it'll be interesting, she agrees anyway after Musique says talking about it might take a load off her shoulders. Mafuyu starts off by saying that her mom is a normal person who just cares about Mafuyu's future. I gotta agree with Enna here. A normal person doesn't throw away someone's synthesizer for absolutely no reason. There's some more back and forth here, but the most important takeaway from the conversation is that Mafuyu believes every word her mother says about her. She believes that everything her mom does is for the sake of Mafuyu's future, so she'll give up music and... Mafuyu trails off and looks toward the ground, clearly upset. Enna comments that Mafuyu clearly needs music, so she should just talk to her parents and sort everything out. But not everyone is as stubborn as Enna. Not everyone's parents are willing to listen to their children like that. As much as I hate on Shino Dad, at least he doesn't forcefully throw away Enna's art supplies or anything. Musique realizes the wall they've hit in terms of making progress, so she suggests having this conversation another time. So, how about a welcome party for Len instead? Mafuyu can't stay though, she has to go study some more. Kanade and the others all worry about Mafuyu after she's gone, and while Kanade is clearly the most affected, Musique comforts her by saying she's doing all she can. Miku suggests making a song together to help Mafuyu feel better, since that's when Mafuyu seems to be the most at ease. They all agree, and the sekai fades for the night. Now, we skip forward to the day of the practice exam. Mafuyu heads out like normal, but on the way there, her legs start to feel really heavy and her chest tightens up, making the distance to the exam location feel farther than it actually is. A text from her mother pops up on her phone screen, piling on even more expectations as Mafuyu struggles to breathe. It looks like she's about to devolve into a full-on panic attack when Musique messages her as well. The rest of the group just met up at Phoenix Wonderland, and they all wanted to wish Mafuyu luck on the exam. She's still welcome to join them afterwards if she has time, of course. Mafuyu looks at the message, eyes devoid of light again, and runs off towards the theme park. Ooh, Mafuyu, you little rebel! Look at you, skipping an exam to go to a theme park. Musique is going to be so proud. Miku and Len appear as projections and try to comfort Mafuyu because she's still a mess and can't put words to her feelings. It's different from her usual shtick, though. Mafuyu is usually apathetic and matter-of-fact when talking about how she can't identify her own feelings, but this time it seems like it's because of something else. She's clearly immensely distraught. It's making everyone super worried. She's quickly found by the rest of Night Court, and while they do try to ask Mafuyu if the exam was rescheduled or if she's skipping, Mafuyu can't get any words out, so Musique suggests going on a walk to try to make the most of the trip anyway. It's kinda endearing to watch Musique be the therapist friend lately, knowing what's going on behind the scenes. Oh, sorry, this is a Mafuyu event. I just can't help myself. Wait, do you hear that?
Hello, I'm N25. M is meaning smile.
Oh, goodness. Say hi to Emu, everyone. For those who don't know, Emu and Mafuyu go to the same school. Mafuyu is Emu's upperclassman, if I'm remembering correctly, and she scares the absolute crap out of Emu. It's understandably a little hard for Mafuyu to wear her school mask today, so she's not as cheery as usual, which freaks Emu out even more. Poor little thing. She manages to ask everyone to come to see their show at the Wonder Stage and scampers off before Mafuyu, does anything? I'm not really sure why Emu's so scared of Mafuyu, so hopefully that'll be explained in a Wonderland Showtime mixed event or something. Mizuki convinces everyone to go on some rides with her, and though she wants to try out the roller coaster first, Enna convinces her to start with a more kids-friendly attraction, for Len's sake. For Len. The day passes by, and after a thrilling round of attractions, Enna suggests that they take a break. Mafuyu goes off on her own to get something to drink. Miku and Len try to comfort her again, but all Mafuyu can say is that she doesn't know anything. Miku quickly looks around and realizes that they got separated from the rest of the group. Len is freaking out a little, but Mafuyu just texts Kanade, and she responds right away, asking her to stay put and that they'll come find her. Len is really amazed at Mafuyu's fearlessness when it comes to being lost and alone. He keeps thinking back to when he first arrived in Sekai, all alone in a huge empty space, no sign of life anywhere, until Miku found him. Just the thought of it freaks him out a little. Len's story spurs a memory for Mafuyu, one from many years ago when she came to Phoenix Wonderland with her mom as a child. Little Mafuyu just wanted to go see the mascot of the park, Fenny, but Mafumam was on the phone and Fenny was about to leave, so she ran off to go say hi super fast. It was supposed to be a quick excursion, but when Mafuyu went back to where her mom was before, she was gone. Mafuyu runs around the park crying for her mom, and thankfully it doesn't take too long for them to be reunited. Mafumam is happy to have her back, but Ugh, this is rough. She almost immediately asked Mafuyu why she broke their promise. The promise being to stay by her side, of course. I probably should have mentioned this earlier, but Mafumam really likes to call Mafuyu a good girl, a lot. Even in the present, she's always calling Mafuyu a good girl. But here, I'll just quote Mafumam. "You disappearing like that made me absolutely terrified, Mafuyu. I was afraid that you'd become a bad girl that gives her mother grief." Mind you, Mafuyu is like 6 years old at this point. Mafumam makes Mafuyu promise to listen to what her mother says and to always be a good girl. The flashback ends with Mafumam forcefully pulling Mafuyu out of the park, despite her complaints that it hurts. Present-day Mafuyu remarks that her mother has always felt cold since then. They see another lost little girl in the crowd, but she's quickly found by her mother, mirroring Mafuyu's story. Only this time, the girl's mother just offers to hold her hand as they walk away together. Len remarks that the girl must feel warm now, since being all alone is scary and cold. I know I keep using warm and cold to describe things, but that's just what the event keeps saying over and over, so sorry about that. The warmth that Len saw is similar to what he felt when Miku found him. That feeling of you're not alone. Mafuyu thinks about this. She thinks about Night Court, and she thinks about the time when Kanade took care of her when she was sick, when Kanade told her that she's not going anywhere. As if by magic, Kanade and the others finally find Mafuyu again. Kanade apologizes for leaving, saying it must have been an uncomfortable experience. Everyone's gathered around in preparation for the night show, so it's a lot more crowded, and Mafuyu bumps into someone. Kanade reacts immediately and grabs Mafuyu's hand. It's cold, but warm at the same time. And it's not just Kanade either. Whatever Anna and Musique are doing is making Mafuyu feel warm again, the constant cold in her chest slowly fading away. Len notices Mafuyu's confusion about her feelings and says that it's probably because she's here with everyone, since that makes him feel all warm inside too. To hell with Mafuyu's curfew, she's staying to watch the night show, because being here with everyone, it's making her happy. So what separates her mom from the others? Why does she feel so cold around her mom? Mafuyu calls her mom after the night show, faking sick and saying that she'll be staying the night at a friend's house. Mafumam is okay with it, but she does notice that it took a long time for Mafuyu to contact her, and that she's never broken curfew before. No, this behavior is unlike Mafuyu. It's almost as if this music friend of hers is... The event ends with Mafumam calling Mafuyu's school, asking to speak with her teacher. Which is definitely not a foreboding way to end the event. Nope. In all seriousness, what a great story. It was engaging, full of important plot points, and we really got to see a lot of development from Mafuyu. When her mom found her synth and took it from her, I actually felt scared for Mafuyu. If Mafumam was real and I ever met her, I'd probably be rooted to the spot. Crazy how a woman without a face or a voice is so scary. Anyway, yeah, this is definitely my favorite Mafuyu event thus far. I mean, all of them have been pretty good. I think Mafuyu has some of the stronger stories in the group. Oh, and that's not even mentioning the song, Bug on top to this day. Thank you for watching until the end. The next event is a short little break from all of the angst with a Kanade mixed focus. Let's enjoy together, Spojoy Park. I'll see you then.